Hello YouTube! Today on the Naughty Librarian we are doing the book Superlative book tag. Originally this was supposed to be like a year-end book tag, but I'm changing it to be an anytime book tag. This tag was created by a Bookolive, and I will leave a link to the original video down below so you can check it out. But in the meantime, let's just get into the tag. Number 1, most likely to be in the movies. Pick a book that would make an excellent movie. So this one I'm gonna go with Cinder by Marissa Meyer, just because I would love to see the Lunar Chronicles as a movie. I think they would be amazing. It's a great series. It's a retelling of Cinderella, except it takes place in the future in Beijing, and Cinderella, or Cinder, is a cyborg. What more could you want? I think this would be an amazing series of movies. Number 2, biggest drama queen or king. The most overly dramatic book or character. I'm gonna go with Reed from Kissing Ted Callahan and Other Guys by Amy Spalding. Basically, Reed, for him, every day the world is going to end in a series of emotionally crippling, embarrassing things that can happen to him at any moment. He's basically just a worrier all the time, and everything's gonna just be awful, so he makes things over dramatic all the time. But I love him anyway, so Reed! Number 3, best dressed. The book with the best cover. This one I'm gonna go with God's Grave by J. Kristoff. Not only is this cover gorgeous, but I got a special edition version, so it has all these cool like pieces of artwork on the inside covers. So we have this one, these are both of Mia Corveri, the lead character. And in the back of the book, they have 2 more pieces of art in the back cover. Both are still Mia Corveri, and both are just gorgeous pieces of art. So 100% God's Grave by J. Kristoff. Number 4, most creative. The book with the most unique plot, characters, or structure. Now, I think it's pretty easy to have interesting characters and an interesting plot, but it's very difficult to have an interesting structure. For that reason, I am choosing Illuminae and Gemina, book 1 and 2 of the Illuminae Files series by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Both of these stories are told in a dossier format, so they're told through like security cam footage, interviews, emails, journal entries, all kinds of cool stuff. So they're very interesting, they're very visual. Just for some examples, I'll just show you some pages. So like, for example, this is a laboratory report. This is like a ship log. Then they have like art pages where like, for example, there's an evil AI called Aiden, and he talks in this too. So overall, they are just incredibly visual and awesome. And side note, I highly recommend getting the audiobook versions of both Illuminae and Gemina because they have full casts and sound effects. They're just dope. These are great, and they have an amazing structure. Number 5, most popular. Book on your list that has the most ratings on Goodreads. My Goodreads lists are just way too long, so I just picked the first one that I found that had like a crazy number of ratings. So for this one, I'm going with A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. As of the last time I checked, this had 87,546 reviews. So that's a lot of reviews. Sadly, I still haven't read this. It's on my TBR list, but I am looking forward to reading it this year. Number 6, most likely to succeed. A book that is going to be appreciated for many years to come. This one I'm gonna go with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. Mainly because it's probably arguably my favorite book of the Harry Potter series. I feel like it's really marked a change in direction for the rest of the series. So I feel like it's a really excellent read, and it has lots of action and excitement, and I loved it to bits, so definitely Goblet of Fire. Number 7, Class Clown, the book that made you laugh. I like to read funny books. That's like my favorite kind of book to read. But the first one I thought of off the top of my head was Beautiful Beginning by Christina Lauren. It has some of the funniest things I had ever read in a book in here. They're great. It's basically a lot of misadventures and capers revolving around the planning and the setting up of a wedding. And it's just great. Like, there's a moment I don't want to tell the story. There's too many spoilers if I tell you the jokes, but it's really funny. I recommend. It's part of the Beautiful Bastard series. The whole thing is really funny and excellent and great, so just check it out. Number 8, Most Improved. Pick a book that started off slow, but then really picked up by the end. I'm gonna go with Smut by Karina Halley. I mean, the title should be self-explanatory as to what kind of book it is, but I ended up really liking this book, and for the first half, I did not like it that much. And it's just mainly because the two main characters were just insufferable. Like, I really disliked them for most of the book. And then by the end of the book, I really ended up liking them. So it was kind of a slow burn for me, but it was a book I'm really glad I stuck with because I ended up, it's one of my favorites. I love it. In fact, I love it so much, I got it signed by Karina Halley, and she wrote, "Amanda, this smutty book is about you," which makes me laugh. But it's mainly because the main character's name is also Amanda, but that's neither here nor there. Number 9, Cutest Couple. Pick the cutest couple from a book. There's a lot of cute couples I could pick, but right now, my favorite couple at the moment is Penelope and Benedict from The Nerdy and the Dirty. They are just adorable. I love them. They're so honest with each other and they're kind, and I just love them together. I just want them to be together forever. Like, they're my favorites. So definitely Pen and Ben, as I call them. Number 10, Biggest Heartbreaker, a book that broke your heart. I'm gonna go with A Cursed Bloodline by Ceci Robson. This is part of her Weird Girl series, and it's one of my all-time favorite series. I love it to bits. It's so funny, and it's got good smutty bits, and it's romance, it's paranormal. It just has everything that I'd want in a book. But oh man, Celia, our main character, she takes some shit. Like, oh, the amount of like bullshit being slung at this poor girl is just astronomical. It's horrendous. It's basically, her story is the equivalent of an emotional dick punch. Like, it's bad. Ooh, she puts up with a lot of like just getting kicked while she's down. But I love Celia so much. She's one of my favorite heroines. She's very resilient and kind and smart, and I just love her to bits. And I'm glad eventually she gets a happier ending. Yay, book superlatives! Woo! It's like my end of tag dance. It's really jazzy. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any different answers to these questions. I want to know what you think. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!